You just made the best trade of your life. Like, you swapped out emotional manipulation for something of value, of truth, and of value. Because you were able to identify the emotional manipulation. The Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles were the first two out. So the pages are all about gathering information. They're all about learning. They're the students. And in this case, with the Pentacles and the Cups, you have learned, you have come through a season where you learned what was real, what was true about someone sharing their emotions. And the reason why you were able to do that was because you were in a situation in which there was a lot of emotional manipulation. And it may have taken you a little while to catch on to it, to become aware of it. But once you clocked it, you clocked it. And your brain started formulating, is what I'm hearing. It's like it started putting all of the pieces together. It started, this is where the pattern recognition comes in. Like, you started recognizing patterns. You started recognizing patterns of behavior. And this is a situation in which, like, there were long, intimate, emotional conversations with someone. But it's like you got to a point where you realized that you could have these conversations with them until the end of your life and it wouldn't change them at all. Like, they're having the conversation with you and discussing this like intimate, deep emotional state that they were in was the manipulation, because they were never planning to actually do anything with it. You know what I mean? Like, there was no healing here. There was no like true desire to grow and to heal. It was just talking about it over and over and over and expecting you to do the healing for them. But man, did you learn. The Devil in reverse and the Ace of Wands were the next two. You learned. You learned, and when you did, it gave you your power back. It gave you this new foundation of acceleration, of momentum, of energy. And this is where the trade comes in. The next four were the Five of Cups, Justice, Three of Cups on the other side of Justice, and the Lovers. This was the trade. This is restorative justice. This was restorative justice in action. These three cups that were full at one time. These three cups that were very, very full at one time. And I'm getting that someone not only emptied them out, but it's almost like they emptied them out in your face. Like they poured them out right in front of you and then threw them on the ground and kicked them. Yeah. And like kicked them. You, having learned that you were never going to do this again, that you never wanted to do this again, that you were tired of having all of the conversations that never led anywhere, that never led to any growth or any sort of betterment of any kind. Restorative justice stepped in and delivered you those three cups, upright, filled, on the other side of this. Like, you traded these three empty cups that had gotten kicked across the room for these three cups that you now, I'm hearing, bask in. And there's a lot of, this is very auditory. This is very auditory. Like a bell, but it's not like someone ringing like a bell. It's like a, like when you run a race and you cross the finish line and someone rings a bell. That is the bell that I'm hearing. As well as sublime. What I got. Loving. It's what I got. It's what you got. It's what you got now. You just made the best trade of your life. Please rest assured in that. The Lovers, as the fourth one out, as sort of like this confirmation of this choice, having to do with your heart, having to do with your emotions, having to do with what you know to be the truth of your heart, and what your heart knows you will not accept anymore. You made that decision. Restorative justice stepped in and you traded these three for these. Got the Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. Let's do one more. And the Hermit. You realized in these moments of silence when it was just you and you and you alone, you realized that you were not ever meant to do the healing for anyone else. And you needed to leave them alone in that. You needed to leave whoever this was alone to do it for themselves. Your perspective shift entirely. Entirely. And that lands you here. You've got more than 3 cups. You got 10. Well done. Well done.